welcome to another video. As you can see behind me, we have two bikes ready packed, packaged, ready for air freighting. Today we're just about to start our new, latest cycling trip. This time it's from Toulouse in southwest France, across Italy and down to Pisa. Our route takes us down to the Mediterranean coast initially, and then we can travel along, pass through Sète, and then we're going to head up towards just south of Avignon in the Rhone Valley, and then heading over the most southern part of the Alps into Italy, our first significant town being Cuneo. And from there we head in the southeast direction, just skirting the top of La Spezia before dropping down to the coast, and then moving on down to Pisa where our journey ends. A trip of about 9 days, about 650 miles, about 11,000 metres of climb, so quite a hilly one this time, especially in the central section. So we're all set to go, and we'll meet up next in Toulouse. Okay, we've arrived at Toulouse Airport. We, as you can see, just scan around. We've got the bikes up and together. Just took about an hour, so we're all ready. About 3 o'clock local time. We've got a route today that goes into Toulouse city, and then it then follows the Canal du Midi. And we've got a trip of about 70 k's down to an overnight stop just northwest of Carcassonne. So quite looking forward to it. Actually, nice sunny day. Temperature's about 18, 19, I believe, and rising. So good start. We've just got to sort out where we get rid of our waste. We've just unpacked the bikes. I'll just zoom round here. As you can see behind me, we've got 2 bike boxes. We're just trying to decide which direction to go in, just to get rid of them. Anyway, we'll catch up later. So welcome back. We just left Toulouse Airport, and we followed really followed the Canal du Midi for a good part now. Takes you right through the city. There's a cycle path all the way. A little bit of road work involved in occasional places. And this latter part, of course, has all been under trees, all tree lined, as you can see behind me. And at the moment, we're just leaving the town boundary of Toulouse. This part is very nice indeed. Well, we just had a stop on the Canal du Midi. It's the first real restaurant that we've come across. It's been quite sparse, and the odd few that are here have been shut. So it's the first one we've got, so we just stopped for a drink. Quite a nice evening. About 20 miles or 30 k's to go, so all's going well. Welcome to day 2, another windy day. Day 1, unfortunately, was extremely windy, headwind pretty well all the way from Toulouse to where we stayed last night in Castelnaudry. So it took us about an hour and a half longer. We didn't get here till 8 o'clock in the end last night. And this morning, I'll just pan around, as you can see from the grass behind me, still windy, and unfortunately it's a southeasterly, which is the general direction we're heading. So the likelihood is we'll have a headwind for at least the first third before we start turning east. Nice place, but unfortunately it does attract a lot of wind. So hopefully today it's a flat day, 84 miles, 130 odd k, and only 500 metres to climb, which is added advantage really. It's fairly flat. So anyway, we're all packed, we're going to get going. Well, second breakfast time. Much deserved. Baby's enjoying it. Well, it's right in the centre of Cardiff on here, a bit of a noisy spot unfortunately. But convenient restaurant was open and we've decided to go for the petit déjeuner complet, which is another bread roll and croissant. Anyway, catch up later. So we're back on the Canal du Midi on a bit of a rough section here. All cobbles. Viaduct going over there. So we have a lock or two. Right, see what happens here. There we go. So another really quiet part of the route. Just qualifies as a road, I think. Well, here we are, we're in Beziers at last. So we're just about to head through the centre and head to the east end of the city, where hopefully we've got a hotel available. Welcome to day 3. As you can see, it's a much better day today, very still, no wind at all, and clear blue skies. And this morning we've got a short section on the Canal du Midi again, only about 12k, and then we're heading directly down to the south coast, along the south coast through Sestri and on to our final destination. Quite a short day today, only 68 miles I think it is, 117 k's, and fairly flat as well. Not sure what the climb is, but probably about 400 metres. So we're all set, we've just checked at the hotel and we're about to get going. Well, that's it for the coast. We are now heading inland, heading due north to a place called St Laurent. Day 4, a bit of a late introduction to it. We're about 56k in at a place called Tarascon. This morning the weather was a bit poor. We stayed in St Vincent. We had some thunder and lightning, even a bit of hail en route. So this has been really the first opportunity to get the camera out. But yeah, 56k's in, journey up to a place called Apt, which is east of Cavaillon. I think it's 125k's today. So the weather's improving, looks a bit brighter, certainly dry, and everything's going well. So we're just on our second breakfast, a couple of cups of coffee each, and getting ready to get going again. Catch up later. Time for a stop, I think. Wait for Tracy. Right. Nice view. So we're in the Alps Haute de Provence area at the moment. folks, I've just left Digne Levante, probably done about 15 to 20 k's now, and just stopped on a fairly dry river here. I think it's pronounced Boulogne. It's just behind me, just coming around the bend, just see it here. And whilst you can't see it from here, but there are peaks with snow on at the moment. We're still fairly low, still have a bit of climbing to do. It's a 2,500 metre climb today, and about 95 k's. Serious climb. We're on the steepest part coming up, a few kilometres. There we go, up at about 3,000 feet at the moment, about 900, just over 900 metres. Okay, we're almost at the summit of the Col de Larche, and as you can probably guess, it's miles steeper than it actually looks. Reverted to walking. It's a steep section, this. It says 9%, but it feels loads steeper. Fortunately, it's not much further to go now, we're almost there. Well, I think this is the summit of Col de Larche, 1240. Oh. Winter ski resort, of course, here. Quite high, very, very poor weather today. As you can see, possibly it's raining. And we had lunch earlier at St Alpes. After an almighty downpour of rain, we got absolutely soaked, even with waterproofs on. Not very pleasant. Luckily, the restaurant had heaters. We were able to get warm and dry out a little bit. And leaving there, it's just so cold, almost to the point of being a bit hypothermic and wet in the wind chill. So now we've got all our layers on. So at the top, got everything on really, arm warmers, top, thermal, waterproof jacket on top, even a hat on earlier. So not pleasant. So hopefully we'll go a bit of downhill, just to have a bit of a rest on our way to Jausiers. We've got about just under 40 k's to go. This area has got a very closed season feel about it. It's of course it's after the ski season and before the summer season, so everything is just shut up and it's really, really quiet here. To leave Jausiers. I've been staying at the hotel behind me. This is the Hotel Bel Air. It has parking if you choose to use this hotel for bikes and motorbikes as well. In a locked garage. Fabulous place, really good. Very small village here, not particularly big. We're about to get going anyway, and we've got about 15 miles, about 25 k's to the summit pass that takes us into Italy, and then about a 30 mile or 50 kilometre descent to into our destination. But we pick up a train to Accommodation, Scrivia. It's later today. So weather's not brilliant. We've got quite a bit of cloud, low cloud today. That's forecasted clear for about 9 o'clock. So hopefully when we reach the summit we've got clear skies, ready for the descent into Italy. So we're just going to pack away and get going. Oh, bit of an update. We're about halfway up the Col de Larche. The area we're going to is just in that V. There's snow on the left. So that looks where the road's taking us. Probably around about 1,400 metres at the moment, and we need to climb up to about 2,000. So still a fair way to go. It's a steady climb, it's not particularly steep, just long. It's nice now it's in the sun, it's warmed up quite significantly. And I think the gradient's probably about 3 or 4% probably here. But Tracy's just coming up now. It's just a long, fair slog really. It's Tracy in the distance there. A bit more climb to go. A couple of hairpins. And hopefully the summit's just up there. It's not far, I think only about 2.5 k's. There you go, that's a summit. Summit of the Col de Larche. 1,991 metres. I think we'll call that 2,000. So, here we are. to day 8. We just left Accommodation Scrivia, and we're currently heading south towards Genoa. We've got the first 15k before we head off on a southeasterly direction towards our destination site, which is Sestri Levante on the coast. It's a fairly short day today. I think it's about 95 k's and about 1900 metres of climb, supposedly. At the moment we're just following the river valley down through to Genoa, so it's a valley that serves both the sort of B road, the main autostrade and the railway, so it's fairly flat at the moment. And as you can see, just pan round, it's quite a scenic area. That's really nice, which is one of the reasons we chose it. So we're going to get going and hopefully find a good place to stop for second breakfast around about 11:30. For our stop, the village we just went through, Adge, had very few cafes in it, as we can see. So we're just carrying on. It's a bit of a climb, about 6 more kilometres. The scenery is really good. We're more than happy to do that. And Tracy's just behind me. A few more cyclists here. Chap who just tooted in the blue car there, we're just having a chat to him in Italian as best we could. I think he's a keen cyclist. This guy's been cheering us on all up this climb. He's here. Ciao! There's 3 of us on this climb at the moment. There's me in the middle, a young Italian girl ahead, who's probably about age 20, and my wife behind me. I'm sandwiched in the middle here. He thinks it's a bit of a race. He's here to cheer us on. He stops about every mile on this fairly long climb. Anyway, not far from the early afternoon drink. We're just in Guatoma at the moment, on the way down to the coast. Left Lucia all downhill. Roads are a bit mixed, some are quite broken, quite bumpy in places. But apart from that, a nice day for riding, nice clear blue skies. Very Italian part of Italy, of course, around here. Still very wooded, and the weather's just about perfect. So we can enjoy a drink, and we have about 35 k's to go before we reach our destination of Sestri Levante. And I think it's all downhill from here on, or flat. Very warm start of day 9. We've just left Sestri Levante on the coast and come inland ever so slightly to climb the hills just northwest of La Spezia, and yeah, started off with a steep one just behind me here is where I've just come from, just about to go up there, almost at the top. And we follow the coast after La Spezia. We drop down to the coast and follow the coastal towns through to Pisa. Well, behind me in the extreme far distance you can just see the sea. That's Sestri Levante where we started this morning, and then just to above my left shoulder you can see the main autostrada, which obviously we can't use. The alternative is this route here. I think this will lead us onto the SP1. This is the inland route, hilly route, but very nice, very scenic, very wooded. And the roads are extremely quiet as well. Steep, certainly, but quiet. Oh, we just had our second breakfast stop. Last night's hotel was just a room only, so it was a very, very basic quick bite to eat this morning. So we've just reached the summit of a pass sort of northwest of La Spezia, and what a climb. Hopefully it's all downhill from here on in. So we just had to get packed away and get going. Pass Del Bracco. We're just on the downhill side of it now, at least a flat bit. Very nice area too. Record this section. Anybody take a trip through the Castel Bracco, there's a hotel up here. A nice place to stay with some stunning views. I'll just swing around so I can just show you. That's the view you'd have. So, we've been pondering the height of the pass. It's 615 metres by looks of things. It feels it as we climb from sea level. First section is about halfway between Lunamare and Pisa. This is the official cycleway, which we're just trying out. So far I wouldn't recommend it. I think it's more safe to be on the road. There's a lot of people on bikes, casually riding, sending text messages on their phone, riding 3-4 abreast. So we'll probably get back on the road a bit. It's actually better overall. Bit of a boring section, really. Long straights. As you can see, we've now arrived in Pisa. No, I didn't realise the angle was quite as significant either. We're just heading down to our accommodation. A couple of kilometres away, near the airport. Welcome back. This is our final leg. Back in the UK, we just landed at Bristol Airport. Just got going, done about 3 k's, and the heavens opened. So we're just sheltering under these trees just for a few minutes, and just keeping an eye on the weather. We'll catch up later. Steep as it looks. In the distance you can see Chew Valley. The hills above it is where the airport is. Now across the levels, which as you can see, just a long stretch, a bit boring.